This one here is probably the biggest Passover. Hey YouTube, my name's Rob. I'm a part-time reseller. In my last video, I took you through an estate sale where I picked out some stuff and I talked at the end about how I got a lot of stuff for free. Now, as it turns out, you can always become a better reseller. So there's a lot of things that I passed up in there that I should have gotten on the first time, and I'm going to take you through the things that I picked up for free that I should not have been able to get because somebody else could have picked them, and what kind of profits I would have passed up, so you can be on the lookout for things that you might normally pass over. So let's take a look. So the first thing I got is this vintage GE food processor. I decided to pass on this thing just because sold comps on it weren't fantastic and I didn't want to really spend much money on it from what I was seeing initially. But digging deeper into it, this thing I have listed in my store right now for $39.99 plus shipping. Now again, take in mind with all these listings, none of this stuff is sold. It is listed, but it is listed based on the trends and the sold comps on things. So even if it doesn't sell for full asking price and it sits for a year or two, it should eventually sell because all of this stuff is in working order. So I got this for free. I passed up on it initially. I said, hey, nah, this isn't me. I don't want this, even though I've sold other food processors in the past, and I let it go. By a sheer accident, I got it back. Here's another food processor, a Sunbeam Oscar. Never really heard of this one, but this one was complete with everything. I'd had all kinds of stuff. The main reason I passed these over is because I didn't have power. There was no electricity in this house, and I didn't want to take a chance buying stuff and finding out it just didn't work. I know with these things you can piece them out and stuff like that, but for some reason at that time I passed on it. I think it's because I had a big old pile of other stuff. But this one was complete. It included the manual, and it is listed right now for $44.99 plus shipping. This one here is probably the biggest Passover of the stuff I've gone through and listed so far. It's this RCA camcorder. Again, it looked like it was pieces, parts all over the place. I had no idea if it worked. I couldn't find a battery, so I passed on it. Well, again, I picked it up for free. I brought it home, and sold comps on this thing can be upwards of $175 for the things of the gear. So now it is missing a battery. It doesn't have a way to, it came with a charger, it came with a strap, it came with some other cords and things like that. But fortunately, this camcorder can operate on 6 AA batteries. So I grabbed some batteries, popped them in, tested it. It came with a tape. I recorded. It works great. So right now I have this listed for $159 plus shipping in my store. And I already had this morning a customer send me a request for some additional pictures because they wanted to take a closer look at the components, and I got watchers on it. So I could have picked this thing up for probably under $5 at this garage sale, if not less, and I walked right by it. Another one here, this Brother AX typewriter, vintage typewriter. Again, I couldn't test it because there was no power. I've plugged these things in before at estate sales and thrift stores, and they make all kinds of crazy noises and don't work. This one, when I took it home, was mint. It has a ribbon on it that can be used to type, and everything on it looks mint. So right now I have this one up for $45 plus shipping. Again, old typewriter, estate sale, somebody that doesn't really care about what they're selling. I could have bought this thing for pennies. And here's the risk you take. So one thing I did pick up at estate sale was this JVC 6 CD disc changer. This thing was pretty good, sold comps on it about $100, so I decided to take a risk on it, and it doesn't work right. It turns on, the buttons seem to function, but the thing won't eject. So I hit the eject, the thing popped out. I was able to see the CDs, or see the CD magazine, but when I put it back in, it wouldn't come out anymore. I took it apart, played with it, see if I could get it to work, and something's wrong with it. But on the bright side, it's selling for parts. One that's just this past month sold for $49.95 plus shipping for sold as is with parts. So that's what I got it listed for. So not quite $100 sale, but sometimes the things you pick up and think are gonna be great end up not being such great buys. This one is kind of a split the difference. I'll still take $50. Again, I only spent $30 at this thing, and my vacuum cleaner that I showed you in the last video has already got about 4 watchers on it. So I'm pretty confident that one's gonna move. Hey guys, that is it for today. I'm going to hit you up with another What's Sold video tomorrow because we got a lot of things going out, and I'm going to talk about how to ship and safely package glassware. So please check that out. Again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop me a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.